I have to. So, hello everybody. This one is a chart markups, but with some of our traders who don't mind being on the internet, which is quite nice. So, unless you
On
do,
the
we'll turn your
Tinterweb.
cameras off now. Too late. So, what we're going to do, we're just going to go through the charts and just have a nose. So, have a look at basic markups on how Lee and I both mark up charts. So, I'm just going to screen share. Actually, I won't screen share just yet because I've not got my trading view open. So, if you just want to chat amongst yourselves on my trading, nothing like being prepared, is there, when you've already
Well
pressed record?
organised as normal.
Got some interesting places. So this has had a breach, it's had a crossover, not pretty candles under there, and then it would have been a 21 retouch, which would have been here. So if you're looking at trading this, when we say when you're not looking at anything else when you're trading this, but as a newbie, you would literally, if this is your trade plan, we would be looking at that, cover the candle body before. Oh God, it's moving about. So this would have been the initial setup on this one, if you're trading this. So that would have been your initial look on that pair. I've now missed entry points. So for me now, because I have a very strict, tight trade plan, I now have to wait because this has had a 21 hit really quick. I quite like these, to be honest. I now have to wait for a pullback through my Bollinger Band and a drop again. This, to be honest, it's got some nice traffic to trade down into. It's already cleared fair value gaps. So, but as a new trader, we would expect you to be jumping in that trade and just putting them on because this is where we learn what it is that you need to learn. This has got, oh, move this. You can see at the minute, can you see this wick is just reacting off of this? So it has got targets that it's hitting that it's either going to push through or it's not a reverse on you, one or the other. This is how you learn though. So Lee, your thoughts on odd CAD as a setup, first of all? So when you get
Yeah,
to the
for me,
chart,
that one,
how would you have looked at this one?
I would have got to there. I'd have seen everything's all bearish. So obviously looking for sells. Looking at where the cross is for me, I like trading the cross on OddCAD. I don't mind doing that at all. So looking at that, but there isn't a decent candle there for me to enter.
No,
It's very, very wicky. So I would have been waiting for the retest. And there's nothing wrong with getting on that candle that Wendy's on there, the entry that she's on there now, with a target down to be where it would have been to that left low. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all, to be fair. I think it looks like a pretty decent looking little trade.
just
Yeah.
nice little beginner entry level one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So normally OddCAD and AUUSD run the same. So this one's showing bullish on some of these time frames. It's running the same pattern though. It's just kicking in bearish at the minute. I'm just going to out of curiosity. So when I see stuff like this, I like to go and have a look because this has actually got quite nice clean price action. It's got some fair value gaps to hunt down here. What's out? 15, 15's in, 30's out. 30's on it, look, pushing down. 1 hour's still out. That's quite a way away from it. And it's coming into here. So if you're a new trader, that's a no. For me, if I look at that as well, if I'm looking to take this pair down, that 1 hour candle, can you see it's got rejection below and above? It's not the happiest looking trade, and realistically, trade plan, it's not in trade plan. So I still check things though. This is me being nosy. I still like to look. And as you can see, with that 1 hour divering, remember, in a 1 hour candle, there's 12 5 minute candles. So if it's divering, you might not get a decent trade in there if it starts making little candles and going into consolidation within that hour. Not an A grade setup. Time frames out of whack. Lee?
Yeah, for me, that'd be, I'm a bit more lazy than that. I don't even look at the other ones, to be honest. I look at them, see there's two or three out of alignment, and for me, I just skip it. If there's one out of alignment, I'd have had a look. I'll see two or three, and I'm like, I'm not bothered about that. Set an alarm on the alerts to let me
Yeah.
know when they're all in alignment, and I'll go back and have a look then.
And you
That's
got a
that's how I
nice
would do with them.
the indicator, Lee's obviously we've got the TWS indicator, so you just go for MTF bearish alignment. As you can see, I've already been looking at this pair this morning because I've got alarms on this, so I've been waiting for it to go. So when it comes down to this particular level, this was I'll get an alarm later on probably. I don't trade later on though, so. Euro Chef. Same thing, guys. Everything's out of whack. So for me being nosy, I might go and have a look and see what direction this is heading in. But if we're being true to strategy, you want this all shown in the right direction. So you either put an MTF aligned bull or bear on that one. Have I trade? I think I've. Did I trade Eurochef? No, no, I looked at Eurochef with Mark earlier. That's what I was thinking. We took this trade earlier off a pullback on Eurochef when it was all bullish. That's why that one's in my head. So yeah, probably waiting for it to go bullish again. Lee, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'd have been the same. Looking at that now, it's not going to be long before it's bullish, so I'll just set the alert on the MTFTI and come back and have a look once it lets me know.
Yeah, it's got some nice price action in it up here to come into.
It's got a lot to go up to. Once that does push above that 248, it looks like it's going to go, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a target up here somewhere or something as well. Can you see the patience though, guys, with stuff? So it's just set alarms and, get on with your
That's
day.
99% of the job is setting alarms and waiting.
Yeah, this one was bullish again earlier. So this is me waiting. This is way too many red EMA hits for me to then enter a 21. So I whack my trend line alert on it. And obviously I'd lost interest in that at some point. It's like it's just taking too long. So that for me was a no trade. This one what was that, 10 to 9, I was on calls. So I missed that one. Don't know if I'd have got a trade in that because that would have been my entry candle. This would have been my target, so that would have been a no. And it's on a pullback again now, and time frames have gone out. So this one again, probably a nice one for later in the afternoon when these time frames come back in. I reckon that'll start going bullish again. Sort of showing that. Lee?
Yeah, same sort of thing, mate. Just set the alarms on the bearish and bullish, or bullish on that in that instance, and then just wait for it to show, then go back and have a look at it.
We got a bullish pair. So I'm going to ask you guys actually thoughts on this one. Donna, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, for me personally, the Bollinger Band breach it's too low down. So I'd want a fresh reset on that one.
Yeah, perfect. So same thoughts here. This is the start of the move down here, which is well below this 248. This is some of the stuff I was discussing with Mark earlier, that you've got to be aware of where the move starts, because then this has pushed this big old leg. It's had a run, isn't it? If all this price action would have been above, that's a nice 21 touch. That would have qualified for me. But it's had too much. So now it is again patience. Let it run back. Full Bollinger Band breach. Cross again. See whether this is going to go up or down. Lee, you got thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it'd be nice to come back down to the 248, wouldn't it? Cross down 248, breach, cross back in a bullish direction. That'd be a nice, yeah, but for me at the minute, I'll be nowhere near that now. It's too far gone.
No, it's a very nice. It gives you a good example of runs, though, isn't it? And how many? This is
Yeah,
as well with anyone looking at setting their trade plans. After you've had a breach and a crossover, how many hits do you want on a red EMA and how many hits do you want on a blue EMA? But also the positioning of them, because this is what catches people out. So I don't like my blue EMA hits too far away from the crossover. So like now it looks like it's going to come down and hit. This is where people get caught out. It's not pushing up any higher here, so it says it's pretty much run its course. It's had multiple hits on this red EMA. 1, 2, 3. What's that? 4, 5. So it's on 6 hits on the red EMA. That's pasture free. And then it needs a breather. And this is where you can get caught out. When this price action pulls back and hits this 21, people can go, oh, that's my second 21 hit. Then they see one big green candle, they jump in, but that green candle isn't a go signal. It's literally now starting to descend. And that's where they get pulled out and caught out on these. If it's not making decent highs above each other, it's probably, telling you that I'm slowing down, especially with all this rejection. So it's probably quite a nice one to look at for that. So on your trade plans, make sure you've got very clear parameters around how many hits off of what EMA you trade and when is your cut off to not trade that 21. So even if that hit a 21 and started looking like it's going, I wouldn't touch it because my target would be here. There's not enough for that, and it's just saying I'm coming back, and it Lee, it's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just a bit too far. The leg has run out of power and it's run out of push.
yeah.
Wants a little breather.
So this one as well, we got the 1 minute out. What's the importance of the 1 minute? I'm going to ask Trina this time.
If that one's out, it can be an indicator of a change of direction.
Perfect. I love that. I love that you said that. So this one is not far off. And you've got two options on here. You can either go MTFTI bear, or sometimes all I do is I nip to the 1 minute and I set an alarm on that 1 minute coming through the 248, the long EMA. Or it's trend EMA on yours, Lee, isn't it? On the
Yeah.
indicator. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you've got multiple different ways, but sometimes I like to just set an indicator for that one, for when that comes through, comes back into balance, and then we'll be looking at it. I've just added NZJPY back to my pair list, actually. I know you spit on NZ,
Oof.
so this
Oof.
one has just been showing
It's
some
giving you a
really,
shiver.
really nice, consistent price action. I know you hate them. I know you hate them, but it has been. It's normally NZ on the back end, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not the front end, to be honest. But yeah, this one's just been nice and clean. So for me now, we have had breaches. So this is a down cross. 1 minute's got to be in before we even look at trading it, though. Lee, I'll let you talk for a USD CAD because I'm doing a lot of talking.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so this one's all bearish. Looking down, we've had the cross and a breach. The only thing for me now is that for me and my trade plan, I'm quite tight with my trade plan. So I want the cross and the breach to happen within 10 pips of the 248. So for me, that would be more than 10 pips away by the look of it. So I probably wouldn't be looking at that one. I'd be
Can
wanting
we,
another cross.
Lee, can we change the parameters on this to do that?
Yeah.
Right, so let's just have a look at that, guys, just quickly, if you want to. So let's just change I don't know what my parameters are. Just get my black bar of doom out the way, Lee. Right, so where's the parameter inputs?
If you get inputs, and if you scroll down, sorry, go not so quick. Yeah, see that you got trend filter tolerance pips.
Yeah,
You've got yours set to 4.
yeah.
So I just change that to whatever in your trade plan individuals want to use. I personally have mine set to 10.
And if it's
I'm
10,
happy.
what does that mean? Your alerts just,
The alert, so basically it won't alert you if it's outside of 10 pips. If it's within 10 pips, it will alert you. That's how it is on there.
I'll have a look.
Oops. Is 10 the default setting?
Yes.
Yeah,
The,
so
the,
10,
the
But mine
default,
is then.
yeah, the default setting will be as how I have mine set is what the default is.
Right.
So
Yeah, so
if anyone wants to
10's
change their
about,
plan, but it's yeah, so it's all happened a little bit too far away. So for me, I wouldn't be looking at that
yeah,
now.
I think that's why I had
I
mine
would want
down at
another breach.
4
Yeah, the
pips.
tighter you have
So-
it, the stronger it is. Yeah, the tighter you have it, the stronger it is. But then just what you got to understand, guys, as well, is just because you get an alert, that means say you got to take the trade, right?
No.
So it's one of those things. I personally don't want loads of alerts. I want alerts for decent things that I'm going to be looking at doing. So, and I'm quite strict to that. If it's more than 10 pips away, I wouldn't take the trade. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm
why I
gonna
set
put mine
mine
down
to
at 7.
10.
Yeah. So that one, so on this one, because of all this action up here, it
I'd
looks
be
like
looking for a full reset. Yeah,
it's
I'd want
going
to
to give
breach
one.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want to breach across in the right direction and start looking again. So I'd probably, in that instance, I'd probably go and set a alert for a Bollinger Band breach
Yeah.
to the upper side, and then once I get that, come back and have a look.
And USD Chef.
And similar sort of thing to that, really. You've had the breach. The cross looks a little bit closer, to be fair, but looking down there, it's had too many touches on the red for me. And now it's looking at those EMAs the way they're going. Looks like they're going to cross back in the other direction. Time frames are all not aligned, so yeah, it's not the best. So for me, I'd be setting an alert on the times, make the time frames all in alignment, and then
Yeah.
come back and have a look.
It's so simple, isn't it? When you like, it's probably going to pull back up into this area, so it's another nice
Yeah,
Bollinger
it's
Band breach.
programmed into your head. The more you look at it, right, you just instantly look at stuff, don't you? You know, it's just the more you do it, the more you it's like anything. The more you do, the better you get it, right?
So GU. Oh, that was my trauma trade this morning, guys. Everything was in alignment at the time. And it was like, I will have you before I stop. So thoughts on this one now?
For me.
Yeah, Lee, I'll let you do these last ones.
Yeah, for me, I just think that the time frames are like 15's out, which is quite an important one. So, yeah, I'd be setting an alert on that now and waiting for it because it's very indecisive. If you look at it now, it's just right around the 248.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
gonna
real, there's no real sort of showing of direction of where it's going, what it's doing. So, and this is where you sit in patience, guys. Let the market show you what it's doing. Don't try and guess what it's doing. Let it show you. Once it's shown you, then you can take an educated guess, right?
Yeah, that is a
Um,
proper indecisional aerial. That is
It's a
this
you
could go up or
looking at
down
that
from here.
now. I don't care how good anyone says they are at trading. You'd look at that and you would be 50-50 guessing where it's going.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't care what anyone
literally,
says.
yeah,
There's nothing there showing. There's nothing showing at all. So for me, let the market show its hand and then take another go.
yeah, 100%. That's why I'd like to say the alert system is a very handy
It's
thing.
patience and alerts. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
I think it's the patience thing, isn't it, more than anything?
It's the hardest bit to master.
Mm.
The charts and the strategy is relatively simple, right? It's the patience and not jumping into stuff is the
Yeah.
hardest bit.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
100%.
the hardest bit.
Thoughts on this one?
It's New Zealand, so I wouldn't be having it. No,
I love this pair.
yeah. Again, the 1 minute's out. The 1 minute's out, so I'll be waiting for that to come in alignment. But for me, looking at that, it looks like it's going to come back up, touch that 248, and then go back again. So I'd be what? Or it's had a breach now. But if that had another cross down, I'd be looking at that because it's got some really nice price action to go and fill as
Yeah.
well.
I've got alerts
And it's
waiting on
gone up
these.
nice and gradually as well. It's gone up nice and
Oh,
gradually.
it's
That.
been lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice little. So I
Got
would,
nice.
yeah, I'd be waiting for that to cross back down. Make sure the 1 minute's in alignment. If it is, I'll be looking at decent entry on
Yeah, it's
that.
nice targets. That was a nice rundown this morning, but what time was that? 1:30, look. I wasn't up there. 3:30. Yes,
You know, I won't up then.
I just quite like it. You're being really lazy at the moment anyway.
I am, yeah. I'm having a month off, so I'm feeling lazy.
Any pairs you guys want us to have a look at while we're on here? Anything in particular? Because I only tend to they're like my pairs done, so we can have a look at other stuff. What's CAD Chef doing? Lee?
Yeah, all out of alignment, 1 and 5's out. So, and again, it's just undecisive, and it's up, it's down. It's not really showing any clear direction. So I've just been setting alignment on the old MTFTI, getting it, come back to it once it's in alignment.
Let's have a look at these old EAs and stuff. Hmm.
What's the 1 hour doing on that one?
Sideways, I reckon. Candles, yeah. Oh, it's just here, look.
Yeah, sitting there.
It's gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is something we don't recommend you guys do, but it's just worth seeing if it's actually bearishly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sec.
Yeah, I'd be setting an alert on that to come back into alignment and
Yeah, that's still. Yeah, that's a bearish pair, that one at the minute. Again, over time you'll get to look at this. So it is just wait for this to. You might get a diddy little push up, but it looks like. Can you see, guys? It's plateauing out here, and it was plateauing out here. These are good indicators that it's coming into something on a higher time frame where it might slow down and reverse off of. So when you see too many, I like my favourite pullbacks. This hasn't got any of my favourite pullbacks on it. No, it hasn't. Can you see all these pullbacks are really tatty? Actually, that candle's nice for a 21, but they're just all really. I like. No, it's not got any. Ugh, I don't know who trades that. I think all these EuroCAD and EuroOdd, they're all going to do the same thing. So 30 and 1 out, setting alarms on that. But can you see again, all this is just hitting an area. So that means that this pair, you're waiting for it to start showing you where it's going to move again. You're just trading within chop if you're doing this. I want to just find you guys some pretty price action. Come on, Gian. Ah, here we go. Clean price action. See these pullbacks? Where it's clean candles up, clean candles down. They're actually my favourite look. They're my favourite look as well on Bollinger Band breeches. Don't know about you, Lee, but I like these ones. Anything that
Yeah,
goes up
nice.
comes down, or vice versa if it goes down and comes up.
Yeah,
They're my
just nice gradual ones, aren't they? They're nice
yeah,
gradual.
just nice. I like clean looks. These little flags are nice as well into a candle. Different subject matter. Right, guys, I'm just gonna stop share and jump back to you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, for everybody watching this online, we're just gonna stop this now because we're just gonna do a bit of a team thing. So thank you all for joining.